What's up? Welcome to my channel and welcome to another video. If you're new here, please do consider subscribing. My name is DEESETURUMANE and I make videos about motherhood, lifestyle and fitness. Today's video is going to be about how to help your toddler manage their big feelings, how to help them calm down from a heightened state of emotions. This is a video that I had promised you at the end of the gentle parenting video. So if you haven't seen the gentle parenting video, I'd suggest you stop there, go and watch the gentle parenting video before watching this one, and everything will make sense, or I hope it will make sense. So I will link that one down below and in the icon above. I just want to put a disclaimer out and say that I am not a psychologist, I'm not a child psychologist, I'm not even a play therapist. I'm just coming at you from a mom's perspective and letting you know how I help my toddler, who is 17 months old, manage his big feelings. So before we get into managing our toddler's big feelings, let's get into why they have big feelings. Because it is normal. Being angry, being sad, feeling disappointed is very normal. But a toddler's brain, or the brain that helps control impulse control and managing emotions, is not fully developed, which is why your toddler may lash out, throw themselves on the floor, cry, hit, bite, because that area of the brain is not fully developed. So they cannot control their impulses, okay? And think about it. You as an adult have had X amount of years to have your brain fully developed, understand your surroundings, understand that I'm having too much sensory input, so I'm actually going to back away from this conversation so that I don't punch somebody. Think about it, you guys. How many of you go to work and there's somebody that is pissing you off and you want to hit them? Okay, I've had that feeling. I've had that feeling many times, but because my brain is developed enough to know that girl, you can't go around punching people, I just choose to remove myself from the situation and back off. But your child's brain is not there yet, and it's going to take them a while to get there. So what do you do if your toddler is having a meltdown or having a tantrum? Number one, keep calm. If you cannot keep calm, at least try to pretend that you are calm, okay? So it doesn't help that now there are two people having a tantrum, the 1-year-old or the 2-year-old and the 30-year-old. That doesn't help. Adults can also have tantrums, and tantrums for an adult could look like yelling back at your child who's crying and throwing themselves on the floor. So you remain calm because you are modeling the behavior that you want to see. Okay, you are modeling the behavior that you want to see by remaining calm. It also creates a safe space for the child. If the child sees you react in a terrible way, they're going to be like, what the heck, my world is actually falling apart, because look at my parent. My parent's falling apart just like I am, so I am not safe. So keep calm, or at least try to remain calm. Number two, help them name the emotion. Say to them, I see that you are being sad or feeling sad. I see that you are angry. And then validate that it's okay for them to be angry. I see that you're angry. It's okay to be angry. And if the emotion is accompanied by a behavior that you do not want, such as hitting, then you can name the emotion, validate the emotion, and still set a boundary. So if my child hits me because he's angry, I can say to him, I see you're angry. It is okay to be angry. What is not okay is to hit others when you are angry because it hurts them. And when you are doing this, when you're naming the emotion and validating it, get down to their level. It is scary to have as short as I am, a 1.57 meter person towering over you when you are like 70 centimeters tall and trying to tell you that it's okay. It's still a little bit, you know, it doesn't communicate the message very well. I'm looking down at him, he's looking up at me. It doesn't communicate the message very well. So I'd get down to his level, look him in the eyes, Tell him that it's okay to be sad. I know you're sad. I see that you're sad. It's okay to be sad. I get sad sometimes too. But what's not okay is hitting others because it hurts others, you know. So get down to their level, empathize with them, and validate their emotions. Number 3 thing to handle your toddler's tantrums, or to help your toddler work through their big emotions, is to practice ways to help them calm down. One of the best ways that helps me and my toddler when we are in the midst of a tantrum is to give him a big hug. If your child does not like being touched, or if their love language is not physical touch, then you don't have to do this. But what works for me is I literally just wrap him in my arms, and he will try to like wiggle his way out, and or even try to smack me or scratch me. And I say to him, I'm going to hold you, especially when he's trying to hit me, I'm going to hold you like this so that your hands don't hit me and hurt me. And then we also do deep breaths. I model the deep breaths to help him calm down. And in fact, I think that there's a psychological thing, or a neurotransmitter or hormone that is released when people, whether it's an adult and an adult hugging, or a child and their caregiver hugging, that is released by hugging. So it helps him calm down. And also deep breaths. And this actually distracts him, because I'm doing such deep belly breaths that my belly is rising and falling, and he finds that very entertaining. So you can practice breathing deeply, and you can give your child a bear hug to sort of contain the energy that is inside of them. Now, there are ways that can help you predict a tantrum. One of the ways that I can predict that something is going to happen after I do or say this is in transitions. So if I'm trying to get him to stop watching a show of his, I cannot, or I do not just go and be like, sorry, TV time is over, and switch the TV off, because a tantrum is definitely going to happen afterwards. I let him know in advance that I just check like how much time is left of his show on Netflix, and say that in 8 minutes I'm going to switch this off, and then we're going to play. As much as he cannot tell the time, he doesn't know how long 8 minutes is, it kind of lets him know that something is going to be happening after this episode of his show ends. Another way you can do this is by using a timer. I use a timer on my phone sometimes to get him to stay in his seat when it's time for meal times, because he will have like 1 or 2 bites and say all done. And I say to him that when the timer goes off, I will take you out, and I always do as I promise that I'm going to do, because it builds trust. So he will watch the timer, and he will continue eating sometimes while watching the timer. Other times he will sit in his chair and sort of just moan, but when the 5-minute timer goes off, he definitely is allowed to climb out of his chair. This also works for things like TV time. So any transition that you're trying to get your child from doing this to doing something, let them know that when this timer goes, that they're going to have to do something else, instead of just interrupting them and be like, sorry, your time to watch your show is over. Another way to predict or to maybe stop a tantrum from happening is to offer choices. So one way I do this is, when it's time for him to brush his teeth, I brush his teeth. I think you guys have seen me brush his teeth. I literally pin him down and brush his teeth, and we sing a song together. And then after we're done brushing teeth, I give him his toothbrush, and he sort of like pretends to brush his teeth, and I let him play with it. But when it's time to put the toothbrush away, I say to him that, Zion, because I don't like him walking around with the toothbrush, he might trip, the toothbrush is going to hurt him. No. So I say to him, Zion, it's time to put your toothbrush away. Do you want to give it to me to put it away, or do you want us to put it away together? And he always, of course, wants us to put it away together, and he puts it in the little holder and says bye-bye, and we say bye-bye toothbrush, see you tonight, so that he knows tonight we're going to brush our teeth before we go to bed. it's sort of just giving him a warning in advance that this activity is going to happen again later in the day. The final way that I find like helpful to prevent a tantrum from happening is to have a routine. I thrive in routine, right? Even before having my child, I was the routine queen. So he definitely knows that after, you know, because he cannot tell the time, he knows that after waking up, he gets changed into his clothes. After that, he has breakfast, and only after breakfast is he allowed to have some TV time. What would you like me to do? Open. Sorry, so he just woke up from his nap and of course just wants to be around mama. Hey boy. Open. So what I was saying is to keep a routine so that it's predictable, because he cannot tell the time. He doesn't know what time things happen, and everything is basically dictated to him. But when you keep a routine, it makes it predictable for him to be able to tell what's coming next. For example, like I said, after eating his breakfast, he knows that he can watch a show on Netflix, not before that. And this helps prevent the tantrums. So I'm going to stop this video over here. I hope you guys did enjoy this, and I hope that it was helpful. Please do remember to give this video a thumbs up and to share it with a friend that is struggling with toddler tantrums. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.
Bye.